Welcome to Two Guys, Two Questions, a chaotic, unscripted podcast.
Yeah, surprise questions with no prep.
I'm Ryan Keaton, a real estate guy who's happiest with an ocean view.
And I'm Jarrod Greer, a retro toy fanatic / loather who may or may not have a Batman cape within arm's reach right now.
You definitely do.
You don't know that.
From alligators to vibrators, superheroes to existential crisis, we cover it all.
Plus, every month we'll bring in a mystery guest and try to keep things extra unpredictable.
So if you like spontaneous conversations, French bulldogs stealing the show, and two guys who think they're funnier than they probably are, then you're in the right place.
Yep. Well, enough of this. Let's do this. Two Guys, Two Questions starts now. What's up?
Yeah, so you're going to know real quickly where I'm going with this, but I am fucking tickled. Had an incredible fun laugh. But so we'll just call it son-in-law to be, son-in-law, whatever, helped you out with some moving.
Yeah.
And I heard that you had a form of payment that you usually like to use.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Yes. So Dev come help. By the way, we really like Dev.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude. He really is.
Yeah.
Straight up. Everybody really liked him. He fit in with us really well, I felt like, and it took him a little bit to get warmed up to us. But anyway, yes, I tried to pay him, and I went looking for my backpack. I didn't have any fucking money on me, so I PayPal'd him, and they laughed at me. So I get it. I knew exactly. I forgot about this, but I knew you were going to fuck me up on this. I really did.
I couldn't wait. Yeah, because it was funny whenever I'd send a message or whenever I help him set up, get him going. He said, "How you get paid?" And I was like, "Jarrod, man, straight cash, homie, straight cash."
Yeah. They definitely got a kick out of that, and I get it.
It mattered. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it mattered none. The only reason that it was comical is because of your cash stance that you have in all the conversations.
I'm fully aware. So, man, I'm just going to tell you, I usually always keep cash on hand for shit, but man. Yeah. This fucking remodel has just depleted my stash.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. So anyway, here we are, I guess. Dad trying to make ends meet over here. But anyway, we dug deep in the old PayPal account, got him squared away. But I did want to tell you, I have nothing but good things to say about Dev.
Sweet, yeah.
He helped out a lot. Dev, if you're listening to this, I'm going to apologize, but I'm just going to tell Ryan what the fuck I think about you. I don't know if he's exactly a self-starter, but he did any damn thing I asked him to. So
yeah,
and quite honestly, it's pretty hard to self-start around me because I don't give much instruction for the most part.
Yeah, I feel like if he's got from everything,
and I think he was afraid to touch anything.
Yeah, just wanted to be respectful, first time meeting you and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, so he's great. Absolutely zero complaints out of him. I told him, if he needed anything, let me know. And man, I think I can probably use him for a bunch of other random shit if he needs something. Yeah. But anyway, that's like I said, Dev, if you're listening, thank you. But anyway, I digress. I did have to use the old PayPal.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually laughed out loud whenever they said.
I'm sure you did. And as soon
they told me you were like, "Fuck, your dad's gonna love this."
As soon as it happened, I asked Katrina, I said, "Can you go downstairs and get my backpack out of the truck?" And she said, "Yeah, I think." So she goes and gets my backpack, and I open it up. I'm like, "Man, I don't have any fucking money in here. What the hell?" And then I realized I'd left the money bag that I always have at home. And it was just like perfect storm of I asked Katrina, I said, "You got any cash on you?"
Did you consider running to an ATM just to not have to listen to me?
I considered it, but I guess what I'll tell you is my lazy won out over my pride.
Yep.
It was like, oh gosh.
I've had many of those moments.
Yeah, I can either let him beat me or I can do some extra work. Fuck it, he can win. He wins. It was pretty comical. We almost got moved, though. I still haven't went back and got the fish tank. But I got completely moved out of that office building. Now I just have one giant warehouse to go and a fish tank. So we'll move the fish this weekend, and then I am officially out of one rent payment, and I can start recovering my checking account or my backpack fund.
That's pretty sweet though, because I mean it's a fairly substantial rent payment for our area anyway.
Yeah. It's
Well, sweet, man, because it's I know that's definitely been a burden, so it's kind of good to start seeing.
I feel like half the weight of the world's been lifted off my shoulder once I'm out of the warehouse. And then also we're trying to decide if I'm going to take on the how involved I'm going to get in the estate sale process of my grandmother's estate. It's one of those things that I do not have time for, but I badly want to make time for, because I feel like I am the person in the family that if anybody in our family should handle an estate sale process, it's me. It's like what? It's like when your daughter wants to buy a house, you better hope she don't call one of the other realtors in town, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it was any other thing in the world, I would know better than to get in the middle of it. So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to handle that right now.
Yeah, that's always tricky.
I did buy myself 30 days. I contacted my former warehouse landlord and told him I needed to stay till the end of September, and he said that would be wonderful for him too. So I'm going to just go out on a limb right now and say it's December 1st before I get out of there. Yeah, just because I know how my life's operating at the moment. It's not exactly going by the spreadsheet schedule right now. How about that? That's why I haven't even looked at the spreadsheet schedule in a while.
Oh, my.
And before you got here, I'm just going to rat you out and say, you are never late. You're like one of the most punctual people I know. But you were like 2 minutes after 6, and I'm sitting here at the desk going, did I forget? Because this is me. I said, did I forget he's on vacation this week, or did I forget something's going on, or what? And that's why I sent you that text. I said, hey, are we doing this week or whatever? And then I happened to look out the window, and you're sitting in my fucking driveway.
Yeah, I was in the driveway, caught on a phone call.
Yeah, I don't know. I just assumed that I was the fuck up that forgot you were out of town. Because that's the way my life goes. I haven't even looked at my spreadsheet lately, so I wouldn't have known if you were on vacation. Anything exciting going on?
Oh, man. It is, yeah.
When are you having a grandchild?
Pretty much can happen at any point.
That's what Tristan told me, but I thought that was just a fancy way to avoid the question. She said, anytime.
It is due August 1st.
Okay.
But apparently, according to the physician and all that good stuff, it's done the baking that is required.
She looks like she swallowed a turkey right now. She's a very cute pregnant girl. She really is, because she's little tiny, but she has a perfect...
Yeah, it is all just the belly.
It's all right there. Yeah.
I think it's funny because I think she made the comment or something at one point. She felt like the person that ate the blueberry gum.
Yeah.
She was like, if somebody pushed her too much, she would just pop.
Yep. Well... So anytime you get, and that's grandbaby number 2. Yeah. Damn. You know what? That makes you fucking old, right?
It is, yeah. Yeah. I'm a young grandpa, though. I can still actually play with them, and it's not like I kind of remember the grandpas and my stuff by, whenever I got the grandpas, they were still functioning and moving and all that. But for the most part, they were stationary.
Although, let's say this, in thinking about my grandmother a lot over the last week or two and looking at old pictures and shit, I thought she was old when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it's like she was just always old to me. And looking at pictures now when I was a kid, I was like, shit, she was in her damn prime then, or whatever. I guess I can think that now because, I'm almost 50. I don't know about you. I think you're probably over that.
I've tipped over the 50
You probably tipped over that slippery rock right there.
Well, it's funny because I thought, to your point, that I was like sitting there and I kind of remembered whenever I had my kids, I was thinking, my grandparents my parents were probably the appropriate age, they're probably in their 60s or whatever. And I went back and started thinking, I'm like, oh, no, my parents were about the same age that I am right now. Yep. So I'm like, that is a little bit of a mind fuck.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah. My dad was 25 when I was born, and I can't even wrap my head around that because at 25 I was a total fuck up.
So was your dad, right?
Yeah, probably.
So was mine.
Probably all of our parents were.
As you should be.
Yeah, I guess. Jackson and I were talking today on the way. We went over to my grandmother's house this morning so he could go through her closet, but we were talking today, and he's, fucking Jackson's 20. No, he's 19. No, he's either 19 or 20. I don't remember. Anyway, he's talking to me about his stock portfolio today. I'm like, At 19, I had a liquor cabinet, and there was probably some Mad Dog in it or some shit. I mean, nothing of any value. But
I'll tell you, like I
at
said,
19 or 20, I had zero things of real value.
I remember whenever I was selling the house out on Hammer Mill and went in, and you're like, lights were off. It's like, here's his room, and it's like a spaceship in there with his computers.
Fucking mining Bitcoin.
And he would have been, what, 15, 16 at that time?
Yeah, 14 or 15 probably. Yeah.
So he's not your average kid.
I guess not, but I think about my net value at 19 years old was zero. No, fuck that. My negative value was negative 300. And he was just talking to me about his stock portfolio, and Nvidia's doing great, and he's putting
for him.
Yeah, and I'm like, gosh damn, I don't know if all kids are wired different today. If maybe we did a better job at raising our kids than our parents did, but I highly doubt that. There's lots of things, I guess, about his generation that I severely question, but most of them...
Thinking his mama was involved too, right?
Yeah. Even most of his friends, though, seem to have their shit together at 19 way more than I did, at least. I don't know. At what age do you feel like you started positively moving forward rather than being a total fuck up?
Probably because of the kids way earlier than I probably would think. I mean, it was probably... Now, at what point did I actually feel like I was an adult? And I was like, I'm not totally stupid. Like, I was doing the right things, but whenever I had the moment, I was still dipping my toes in the idiocy.
Right, yeah. At what point do you think you started an all positive momentum?
Probably, honestly, I was in my 40s, if I had to guess.
I'm thinking I was probably in my late 30s before I was
making some baby steps here and there, and I went to work every single day. I had good jobs. I was making career advancements, but...
Yeah, it just dumbfounds me. My kid's 19 and got a damn store and a stock portfolio,
And 2 cars that he can't drive.
Fuck yes. 2 cars that he cannot drive. That is a total fact. Hey, on that note, how big, and I don't know if there's a real question in here, but it's more just talking this out a little bit. How big is your childhood circle today? How many, you went to Raceland, right? Mm-hmm. So Raceland's a small graduating class. Mm-hmm. What, 100
63.
people? 63. Shit. So of those 63, let's say 7 of them were really your fucking homies when you were kids. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but how many of those people are still in your circle?
Goose egg.
Goose egg? None of them?
Well, I take that back. There is one kid that grew up about 4 houses down from me. He was probably 3 years older than me, I think. Him, I still talk to this day. Like, we'll occasionally go out. I mean, he actually, I think, was just fishing yesterday with Eric.
One kid grew up down the street. I'm sorry, I got totally fucking sidetracked.
But other than that, I mean, I'm still friendly if I run across people. But I mean, as far as actually talking, most of my true friends and people that I've kind of held on to through life were all from college.
Yeah. And plenty of those guys are...
For the most part. I mean, and even with those, in all honesty, I mean, probably less than 10 that I talk to consistently.
I'm right there with you, yeah. I have a group of high school buddies, or lifelong buddies, I guess. There's about 7 of us or so that maintain a group chat. And all year long, it's like, we're going to get together 4th of July and do something, but we never do. But it's almost daily somebody's posting in the fucking group chat. So I consider those guys still my circle.
Yeah.
I've lost track of a lot of the college guys. I see them in passing or whatever.
Yeah.
And niceties and shit. But other than you and Jackson Lotta and just a very small amount of others, I don't see very many college guys, but I am still really tight with most of my high school friend group.
Which is interesting because I'm probably the opposite.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I was going with that is where do you think those lifelong friendships get forged, and how? What does getting in trouble start? Because Lord knows, me and my high school friends got in a lot of fucking trouble together.
I feel like that, for me personally, my personal story is high school. I don't know that I really loved who I was in high school. I don't know that I knew who I was. I wasn't necessarily comfortable. I I was in this weird thing to where I was kind of friends with everybody, but not super good friends with a lot of people. And you would think with a 63 graduating class, everybody's kind of close and stuff like that, but there was still, it wasn't quite as dramatic as what you would see on TV as far as the cliques, but there was definitely that to some degree.
Yeah. Oh, there was definitely that.
And I went in and I never played. The bad thing about wrestling, and I intentionally said, in my opinion, bad thing, is all they care about is football.
Well, I think that's still true today.
And if you don't play football, then you're kind of like a secondary creature at the school.
Yeah, I get that. But I think there's
a level to that at every high school.
Yeah, I think the high school football and basketball thing in Eastern Kentucky is a pretty big deal. Like, probably not as big as Texas. I think Texas high school football is a big deal, but around here, it's kind of the way it was where I went.
And I was sheltered. I mean, you grew up in a small town like Graceland, you're sheltered to a little bit. And it wasn't like whenever my kids got it, by the time that my kids were graduating from Graceland, it seemed like Graceland, Russell, Flatwoods, Ashland, it didn't matter. Yeah. Because of social media and things like that.
It's all one place.
There was more one place. Whenever I was there, if you knew a couple kids that went to a different school, then you're like, holy shit, how do you know those people? Do you go to church with them? Or, there was not as much commingling as like there is now.
Here's what's funny. I grew up in Carter County. I went to East Carter High School. I don't know exactly, but I think like 170 some in my graduating class. And I thought, growing up, you were, over here was much bigger. I always thought, although that said, I didn't realize suburbs were a thing and school districts were a thing. You were
a county school.
Everywhere around here was Ashland to me, or Boyd County or whatever. So it was all the same place. I was just thinking earlier about all the fucking bullshit trouble we started and got into as kids, and I'm very fortunate for the most part to have that friend group still part of my circle of confidence, I guess. At least if I need somebody to talk to, I've got a group chat full of people or full of dudes or whatever. And we're not getting any younger, man. So I'm starting to get to the point with 170 some in my graduating class. We're starting to lose a few, and that really makes you question your mortality and how big your own circle is. I think truly, I probably don't have, and this is something I don't know if a lot of people talk about. I don't know if I have 10 people, that really go to bat for me in the world, or that I would really go to bat for, are, I mean, I got 100 people that they do you a solid. They do me a solid, but when it comes down to burying a body, probably less than 10, probably less than 5 to bury a body. Or to move a couch,
Now, if we go back to some of our fraternity brothers, they make me, hell yeah, count me in. Those numbers stack if they get to bury a body.
Yeah, but you said something about it in high school. You were not comfortable in your own skin, maybe, or whatever. But in college, I mean, by the time I met you, you were very outgoing. You attribute that to the fraternity, or just to going and being on your own and living in a dorm? Yeah,
I mean, there is probably a little bit of better masking, because you're still trying to figure out who you are at 18, 19, 20. But yeah, that to me is where I finally felt okay.
Yeah.
And, you find your tribe. It wasn't all just for the fraternity stuff. I mean, I did get in the fraternity fairly early. That probably helped. But there was also meeting all these new people and different cultures. And I had been there a year or longer by the time you got there.
Yeah.
So there was opening up and going, oh, okay, not every single person is like this cookie cutter type thing that I grew up and all I seen.
Yeah. Eastern Kentucky has a way of compartmentalizing your viewpoint a little bit. You grow up here and you think everybody's pretty much like you are until you get out into college. And I think that's why maybe so many people, their worldview changes after college or whatever. I've heard, not necessarily my dad, but some of my dad's friends, or one in particular, my dad's friends was talking not too long ago about. He said, I sent my kids to college and they ruined them over there, and basically.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
What he's saying, I think, is that they
liberalized
themselves.
And you have to. I mean, good Lord, if you're not evolving your views a little bit, not necessarily you have to change who you are at your core and how you grow up or what you believe, but I mean, you have to evolve that to some degree, I think, as you grow.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, growing up, it's as ideal as it gets. You know, the opportunity to kind of grow up and be insulated and everything is really safe. We're really, really, really safe in our area.
We are very fortunate.
That's what I tell people. I have a lot of times people are moving here from out of state and they're like, are there any bad areas? And I was like, there's not one single bad area in Ashland. There's some areas that you're like, okay, I may not want to live there because it's a lot heavily rental or there's congested, but
there's not a place in Ashland to feel unsafe.
There's at no point am I driving in Ashland and think, ooh, I don't want to go down that road.
Yeah.
And two, I tell people, I was like, here's the beautiful thing. The best way I can sum this up, that I never worried about sending my kids out or they got their license to go out driving or doing things. I had the typical worry that you have of like, shit, I don't want my kids to get in an accident. They're out. Yeah. But as far as what a lot of places have to fear of, like, God, I'm afraid they're going to get gunned down or are they going to get jacked? That not that it couldn't happen, but I mean, it was so insulated here that I think that was a perk of growing up. But everything that is great has some downsides to it, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess the downside here is that if you don't get out of here, you grow up very, I hate to say it this way, but you very small picture minded, I think sometimes. And that's fine.
Yep.
Some people are perfectly content to live their entire life like that. And gosh, sometimes I wish I could, But also, you said something interesting, which leads me to a question, not totally off track. So you said, your viewpoint evolves when you go away to college or whatever. A mutual friend of ours told me one time that if you're not a liberal at 20, you have no heart, and if you're not a conservative at 40, you have no brain. This is a good mutual friend of ours that told me that. And I just wonder, do you live long enough to become get off my lawn, old, stuck in your ways, old white guy that doesn't want to see the world change anymore?
I don't know that long. I don't know that I do, because it just.
I see a lot of people that say they don't, but I wonder if, God, I don't think I will. I don't.
To me, I find that sad, because if you believe that a woman has the right to choose, and then at 40 you're suddenly supposed to go, fuck you, you don't get your choice anymore.
I don't know if that is exactly what was meant. I think the gist of it is by the time you're 40 or 50, you start, and maybe it's like your wardrobe. It quits changing. At some point in your life, your wardrobe quits evolving with the style or whatever, and you're stuck in whatever year you quit evolving with the trends or whatever. And I think that's what was meant by that, is eventually you're going to want to stop seeing shit change,
But that's what I said. I don't think liberal means that you want things to constantly change. I think it's more you're looking out for the global people more than yourself.
Right. Yeah.
That as a society, you take into consideration others in society that may be entirely different than you are, but you still have concern for them.
Yeah.
What I fear is that if you get off your lawn, you don't give a shit about everybody else around you. All you're worried about is yourself.
I think that's it. What age do you start only worrying about?
I hope to God I never get to that point, because I would be incredibly disappointed in myself if I look back and go, oh, you hit that at 60, 50, 40, whatever that age is.
Yeah.
I just hope I never hit that.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I just, you wouldn't believe, you would believe. You fucking live here. You'd believe how many of our peer group is that way. It's very funny in our particular fraternity pledge class. We had a couple guys from California, and Jackson, all right, I think your dad was in politics, and I believe he was a Democrat.
I think his mom was too.
Yeah, his mom was too. Anyway, and then me, who grew up in Eastern Kentucky, and today I'm the most liberal of the bunch. Which I think is pretty funny, really. But anyway, all right. Well, I think the only core question is that was, do you still maintain a circle from your youth or whatever?
Yeah.
And even though that got massaged to hell and back, I think I think you answered the core question. So goose egg people that would help you bury a body that you went to high school with.
That I went to high school with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or friends from from 2 doors down.
I probably I probably got one because I feel like John, that if I said, dude, man, need a little solid here. He's like, all right, just give me only the details that I have to have so I have deniability.
Hey, this is a side quest, but it just made me think of this. What's the shadiest fucking thing you ever got either asked a friend to do or got asked to do as a friend?
I'd say one of the shadiest things went back to a college thing to where I actually had somebody that was trying to get with a girl that had a boyfriend, and they wanted me to go and just sit in the living room. I didn't have to fight, didn't have to do anything, but they wanted me there so they could go do whatever they needed to do. But if somebody came in, then I would make a lot of noise so they would know.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty shady.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if you remember this. I think you asked me one time to take some action off of you.
Oh, I'm sure that probably happened at some point.
Yeah. It was like, hey,
I got into it, but it's probably at a party, and it's like, oh shit, I got 3 of them too.
I got 2 here at the same time. Can
that was some shrapnel.
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't overly shady for the time.
No.
But anyway, and did you do it?
I was being thoughtful.
Yeah,
I wanted her to have a good time too.
Have a good time too. Yeah. And anyway, did you sit in the living room and make noise for your buddy?
I did go. Okay. I did go and hang out.
Okay.
Luckily, there was nothing got rattled, so I just got to hang out.
This is actually moving into this. This is relevant to me because I'll tell you why it's relevant in just a second. If a lifelong friend or a long-term friend, let's say somebody from college, somebody that is on the bury a body list.
Yep.
And I guess bury a body might go further. If you found out tomorrow they were a fugitive from justice and they called you and said, I don't know, let's say, hey, I just broke out of the fucking federal penitentiary down here. I need to crash in your guest bedroom for 2 days, tops. Do you let them? Are there people on that list that you'd aid that you would put yourself in legal jeopardy to aid and abet, I guess, as a fugitive? And if you say you'd help them bury a body, then you'd definitely do that. But
yeah, in all honesty, if it push came to shove, I think it would be hard for me to potentially fuck up my entire family.
Yeah,
because kids, grandkids, wife,
yeah,
to harbor a fugitive. Now, I don't know. I feel like I would want to think I would do everything I could to potentially help the person without
putting your family at risk.
Yeah.
The reason I'll tell you this story, and this is just the way my life goes. Yesterday, I got a phone call from a guy who I'm pretty good acquaintance with. I'd say we're buddies.
I feel like somebody's put you in a rough position. You're trying to talk yourself into how do I handle this.
I'd say we're buddies. I like this guy, and he's a good old Kentucky boy. Anyway, he calls me. He says, "Listen, I got some heat on me. I need to make some money." I said, what do you mean? What's going on? He said, well, it's a long, long story, but I'm pretty sure there's a warrant for my arrest right now. I need some money to hire a lawyer. I'm going to come to your house and bring some stuff. I'd like to sell it to you. I'll make you a really good deal. And I said, okay, sure. So he comes over here last night. He sells me some shit. But while he's here in my living room or in my kitchen, actually, selling me shit, I say out loud, so just so we're clear, you're not currently a fugitive from justice, right? He said, not as far as I know, 100%. I said, okay, so just in case you're recording this conversation, I am not aiding and abetting a fugitive from justice at this moment, am I? And he said, no, you're good. So anyway, I bought some shit off of him.
Did you also say, and to make sure, to clarify, the stuff you're selling me, you did not steal?
Yeah. Oh, I knew it wasn't stolen. But I just wanted to be sure in case there was a recording going on of this transaction.
He clearly did not fall into that.
Yeah, we were on record as to say, I'm not aiding and abetting you as a fugitive. But anyway, I bought some shit off of him, and hopefully he's got lawyer money now if he needs it.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, what you got for me?
You fire the question first.
Huh?
Yeah. What do you got for me?
Okay. This is the dumbest question ever. we just wrapped into that though. Is there, and you're not allowed to fucking say the beach. Okay? You're not. Because I know that's what you're going to fucking say.
Yep.
So take that off the table. I'm saying long term. Do you have, I don't know any other way to say it other than with air quotes here, a special place in the world that if you need to clear your fucking head for a minute or just step away from the world or whatever, do you have a special place that you can go that you consider uniquely yours?
Uniquely mine.
Yes.
I would say there's a few different things. I mean, now, if we're talking about actually going out in the world, if the beach is not an option to throw out there, then it's still something in nature. So I'm probably going to go out to Grayson Lake, Lake Vesuvius, something like that, and do a couple different things. Either one, get out on the boat to where I can't get any cell phone signal, whatever, clear. Or if I'm not going out on the boat, then I'm going to go walk a trail, go on a hike or something to that effect. At home, I really, really dig going out and sitting in the hot tub because my hot tub faces out towards the woods. I have woods in my backyard, so I'm just staring off into oblivion, and if I'm inside the house, they're like, it sounds stupid, but a lot of times I will go, and if I just need to turn off from work or something for a minute, I will play a little meta golf or something like that.
The old VR golf?
VR golf, because it's mind numbing, it's fun, and if I'm playing the golf, I'm focused on that, so therefore my brain doesn't.
What about mowing the grass? You ever do you mow your own grass? Do you mow your own grass?
Dixie loves to mow well, at this point right now, I have a grass mower that lives with me that is of age.
Yeah.
But he's getting ready to go to college.
Yeah.
But Dixie loves to mow the grass. So she's like, that's her.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about, if you were to ask this question to her, she's probably going to say, "Oh, I like mowing grass."
That would be my dad's answer. He told me yesterday, he said, "I need you to do this before 2:00. I said, "What are you doing after 2?" He said, "You'll laugh at me." I said, "Okay." He said, "I'm going to go out to the farm," which is a farm he sold 3 years ago. He doesn't even fucking own it anymore. And I'm going to get on the bush hog on the tractor and go cut some grass up on the hill. And I said, okay. And I just, he told me one time, and this is fucking wisdom, there is zero stress in mowing grass. And that's like the truest statement ever. It's just going to fucking grow again. And, it's not like you
can't fuck it up.
You can't fuck it up. It's like there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's like just turn the fucking lawnmower on, put your headphones in if that's what you want to do, and forget about the world. All you have to remember is if I see a rock, turn.
So now, is this the farm that he sold a few years ago but ended up buying back?
No. This is the one he lived in the middle. He sold the house in Grayson, bought this farm. Then when the market went up real big, he sold the farm, made a bunch of money, and bought the house back that he was living in. He got a hell of a deal, though. He made a sweetheart deal. The people that bought this farm, my dad only wanted it because it was just like serene out there, I guess, just a place to go. It's his place, I guess, his special place.
Yeah.
But the people that bought it are like this uber wealthy couple. They bought it as a place to come when Kentucky seemed like a cool place to visit this weekend. Yeah. They're never there. Yeah. So basically they bought it.
It's a vacation home for them.
Yes. They bought it and told Dad, it's yours. Just go fuck off and do whatever you want out there.
They probably love the fact that
and he'll go out there
going on
and check on it now and then for him and shit. Somehow my dad turned into their groundskeeper, I feel like. But anyway, it's a job he loves. So, it's not a job, and he doesn't have to do it if he don't fucking want to. But he feels it gives him something to do, and he still gets to that place that he spent a lot of time manicuring and grooming. He still gets to go out there and fuck with it.
It's his beach or rock flip,
right? Yeah, it is the whole special place thing. So I was fortunate enough, I guess, junior year of high school, my parents moved out on the west side of Carter County. And there's all these caves and cliffs and shit out there where they are. And at the time, I was a teenager, so I was dicking around in the woods all the time. And I developed these places out in the middle of the fucking woods, out in the middle of nowhere, where I'm probably the only person that's seen those places in the last 50 years. And because it's private property, and unless I take somebody there. But I vividly remember through COVID, when the world felt like it was falling to shit, I went out there and sat on top of a waterfall, and it looked exactly the way it did 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it just completely unchanged. And I kind of feel like that's...
you were like looking and going, it somehow mentally that was like, you know what? 5 years from now, 2 years, this is bad now.
Yeah.
But the shit's going to be okay.
Yeah,
it's going to be the same. Is that what I mean? Is that what
yeah, but I'm just saying that was like, that's a place that I consider uniquely mine. It's private property. Nobody else is ever fucking out there. There's parts of that place that nobody's ever seen themselves, or at least as far as I know, unless they've been out there sneaking around on my parents' farm. But it's like, I don't know. I consider those places, and if I need a place to go set and gather my thoughts, it's I drive out to Carter County and I go walk back in the woods and just go where it's kind of like time stands still there for me, or a little bit. It's always there if I want to go there. It's always there, and it's exactly unchanged, and it's.
I think that was some stuff like that is stuff I had to learn.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of what I got at college, because it was really weird to me. I even remember some groups of guys and different things like that going out to caves because I wasn't exposed to that. So growing up, we didn't do vacations, and we didn't, like we would go visit my grandparents. We lived back up in a holler in eastern Kentucky, and we'd play in the woods there. But in my head, that was just like, oh, okay, that's something you do when you go visit these people out in the middle of the woods. That isn't a reality, if that makes sense to some degree. So that was something I had to kind of learn, that part of the learning experience, because I lived a very sheltered life, right there in Raceland, and most of my stuff was city-ish. I know now that it wasn't a city, but
right? Yeah,
at the time,
you thought it was a city. I also had a girlfriend in high school that lived up by Grayson Lake, and she and I would go hang out at the fishing dock at Grayson Lake, and it was where we kind of went parking or whatever.
Yeah.
Do kids park anymore? I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't know if they do or not.
I don't know if they do or not. Anyway, I go sit there sometimes on that fishing dock at, if you need to clear your head or whatever, you can go park on that fucking fishing dock and just look at the lake or whatever. And it's just kind of quiet there. It's, I guess it's your beach idea, but but anyway, especially at night, there's nobody there, and you can go there and be pure quiet and a big open sky in the lake. And that seems like a good place to clear your head sometimes.
I will tell you the amount of times that I've been out in rural kind of eastern Kentucky, been driving along and just seen a creek or seen something, and it just, I'm always aware, because I think if you pay attention, nature's going to throw some beauty at you that's going to let you know things you're good. And I always, in those moments, regardless, unless I have a client right behind me or I'm running behind or running into an appointment, I will literally pull off the road and just sit there, not a long time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and just go, I want to get a mental picture of, instead of just a drive-by on this.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, when COVID was happening, and quite honestly, in a matter of 3 days, I watched my business evaporate. And I was at a point in my life where I didn't know if I was getting through to the other side somehow. And I found myself sitting on top of that waterfall out in the county thinking, well, it's 90 foot to the bottom. I'm thinking, I can either sit here and let my feet dangle and figure out where we're going after this, or I can just jump the fuck off, whichever one I decide, And somehow it seemed to make things better just to sit there and have the peace and the moment to think about it. And I don't know. When the world was falling apart, that place was there for me. So
I think that is.
I think everybody should have a place like that.
I think that's the reason that meditation is so good and so healing, is because it is, in some level, getting grounded to where you flush the other stuff and get a little bit better reality of.
You actually meditate,
make
some attempt.
Attempt.
Yeah.
It is an attempt, because it is very difficult. My mind wants to go.
Yeah, I've never even attempted. I hear people talk about it a lot, and it seems like a cool concept to me. But I guess I've never had anybody really talk to me about how it works.
Yeah.
How do you shut that shit down?
Yeah,
I'm not sure how that.
But I think that what you're talking about, in my opinion,
maybe is the same thing.
Some level of that. Yeah. There's going to be some big, huge meditator out there that thinks that is just nonsense. But the reality of the purpose of meditation is to calm your mind, allow you to basically just kind of flush things and be in the moment, and hopefully get the calmness that you need for whatever the craziness is. That's what you did, right?
Yeah, yeah, I guess so.
You just didn't breathe and say "om" or
Yeah. Every time I hear that, I think about in Cheech and Chong up in smoke. he smokes some fucking bad reefer or something. He says, "Just say om." He goes, "Oh shit." Anyway, all right, what you got?
So my question is, what is one thing that you would absolutely have to have in your I'm traveling and I'm escaping survival kit? And I'll tell you where mine's at. Like, is it a weighted blanket? Is there a water bottle or something like that? To me, and again, it's just it pillows. There is nothing that
this is in a bug out bag.
This is like a survival travel kit. What is one thing that you take with you every single time that you go on a vacation, or wish you had taken with you on a trip?
You're gonna laugh.
Or if you're like, okay, I got to go run the world. What's one thing I want to have? What's my comfort thing?
You're gonna laugh.
Fire away.
Backpack full of money.
Cash.
I mean,
not cash. Yeah, you strip the beach from me. You can't say cash.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just dead serious.
Well, let me not feel like that's obvious.
Yeah.
What is
my backpack is my security blanket. And by the way,
what is one ridiculous thing?
Oh, okay.
That you swear is not. So I'll tell you where I was going with this. To me, it is pillows. I hate whenever I'm traveling or you go into a hotel, their pillows are always shit. You go into a VRBO, they're still shit. Because that's an easy thing to where you can get good, nice, what you think are good pillows, or you throw those out there. They're cheap, but they're $10, and one person sleeps on them one night and they're gone. Yeah.
My ex-wife used to take pillows everywhere we went.
Yeah,
and
Dixie carries a pillow in every single car.
She'd take it from me a lot of times, but
yeah.
So I have on that same note, I have a pillow that I've had since, gosh, I'm going to say the late 90s.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe it's my security blanket or some shit. I don't know.
I think that's funny too, because I think pillows is something you never throw away. Yeah. I'm sure I've probably got 10 pillows.
I mean, they tell
house.
you to throw. They tell you to throw them away like every 6 months or some shit.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get new pillows. But man, this fucking pillow is falling apart. It's pieces. It's just some fucking pieces of foam now.
So it's strictly a Linus blanket.
Yeah. But it's what I sleep on. The thinner, the better. I don't want a big puffy pillow.
Really? See, I'm a solid.
No,
I want a good pillow.
Nope. I don't want a big puffy pillow. Something just barely, because I'm a stomach sleeper, so I don't know. My head turns weird. But anyway, one thing that I take, I'll tell you what I'll take lately is fucking Imodium. After the Mexico debacle, which, wow. How many podcasts have we recorded since Mexico? Is this number 3?
I think this is 3.
I'm still shitting pure water, Ryan. I mean, I know podcast
wrecked.
world, that's TMI. 3 weeks back from Mexico, oh man,
still getting
still
cleansed.
awful. I've already been, still on a full-on colon cleanse. I have been to the doctor once. I'm taking probiotics. I've had a round of antibiotics. And I've lost no fucking weight. Somehow. I mean, like maybe 4 or 5 pounds, but like no substantial weight. I thought, if I'm going to get a tapeworm and name him Edgar, I probably want to lose some weight in the process if I've got to feed this motherfucker.
I would think that's probably at the point of, maybe just tapping in a physician or
a
medical professional.
ChatGPT says I should have went to the doctor again by now. And they told me to come back. In fairness, they told me to come back in 7 days if it wasn't better, and I've just been too stubborn to do that. But in all seriousness, things that a ridiculous thing that I'd go everywhere with. Man. Like I said, the biggest thing, if I know I'm going anywhere and I can take 3 things with me, I take a backpack with money and my passport in it. I just feel like that's the thing you have to have no matter where you end up in the world.
But see, those are necessities.
Yeah.
Like a pillow to me is like, okay, I get it, but seriously, dude, you really have to take your big boy pillow.
A lot of times I will have a roll of toilet paper in my backpack.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I never know when I'm going to find myself out shitting in the woods or whatever.
So are you a toilet paper or are you a wet wipe or a bidet?
Oh, I have a bidet here, and everybody laughed at me at first. Like all the people that work for me.
That's money.
They come to my house and they laugh because I have a bidet. But then if you talk them into using it once.
That's all you need?
Yeah, use it one time and they're like, oh, fuck, I need a bidet.
Yeah. I just wonder how in the world.
My assistant told me the other day I had her converted to that bidet life.
Yeah, that bidet life.
Yeah. So it's just like,
I feel like I don't understand how. I mean, kudos to the toilet paper gurus to be able to create that nonsense as the standard.
Yep.
In America, anyway.
Yeah. And what I tell people when they come over here and they look at it and they laugh at me, I said, if you fall down and you land in a pile of dog shit in your face, are you going to go get dry toilet paper to get that off your face? Or are you going to want some water with that? And I guess it's just because. I guess it's because we grew up in Eastern Kentucky, or maybe it's the whole U.S. or whatever. But
I think it's the U.S. I don't think that's in Eastern Kentucky.
It's like there's this thing especially among my dude friends that are over here. It's like, what is that? And you say it's a thing that washes your ass.
Yeah, but then you probably have that nonsense of like, oh, well, you got some spraying on your ass. Are you gay?
Yeah. It's like for whatever reason, dudes, that doesn't fall in the macho category. It should.
It is a shame on you moment. Yeah. Get on your damn lawn if you can. If you can get sprayed ass.
Call me a metrosexual if you want.
I'll take whatever you need to call me.
Yeah,
because it just there's no comparison. I mean.
That's so funny. I'm glad we're on the same page with that because we're
bidet buddies.
Yeah, we're probably the only two dudes.
There's the episode right there, bidet buddies.
Fucking liberals and their goddamn bidets. Yeah.
And just like that.
And they're fucking clean asses. Yeah. Anyway, I need to ask my group chat circle of friend guys how many of them have bidets.
Should be all of them.
I'll do that later in life. Oh, shit. But I will take toilet paper in the woods, because I've wiped my ass on poison ivy too many times, probably. That's
I would think bed, or like the little dude wipes, man.
Yeah.
Baby wipes, whatever in the hell. I mean, they're all the same. They just package them in a...
Yeah, toilet paper's biodegradable, though, if you're out in the woods.
Yeah.
You don't want to be leaving shitty wet wipes everywhere. Don't degrade very well. The septic system won't get them. Past that, I don't really have any like super weird things. I'm sure the people that travel with me would be able to point something out that I take that's weird. But I'm obsessive with Q-tips for whatever reason.
So you're a clean your ear guy?
Yeah.
Every day? Multiple times a day?
Yeah.
Dixie is just like wears them out, man. She'll buy a big old thing and be gone with them in a month. And I'm like, I don't know. I could probably buy that and use it 5 years probably.
But I'll tell you what.
Because you're not supposed to, right?
No, you're not
medically, you're not supposed to do it.
No. But it says right on them, on the Q-tips, do not use to clean your ears. If everyone in the world stopped cleaning their ears with Q-tips, Q-tip company would be out of business in 3 days. What the fuck else do you use a Q-tip for? To clean your keyboard, maybe.
Yeah.
But one of the girls that works for me got me a little ear camera this year for Christmas because she knows I'm obsessed with it. And I don't have any wax in my ear, so fuck y'all and your non-Q-tip using ass. I have no wax. Like, it was clean as a fucking whistle in there.
That's why I got Dixie one of those, and that is like her favorite thing to do. Look in her ears, everybody else's ears, and I'm like, God.
Yeah, that's some sick, twisted bullshit there.
That's it.
Let me check your ear cavities. Yeah. You'll wake up in the middle of the night. She's over you with a camera and say, I'm checking your fucking ears.
I'm glad we took it on a tangent from our being in our fields to now.
I don't know where it goes. Anyway, I want to tell you something else too. On the note of having a backpack with cash, you remember Eric C. Kahn?
That was the
disability attorney.
Yeah, we talked about him a couple times, yeah.
Oh, have we?
Yep.
Okay. Well, anyway, he escaped to Mexico. If we've talked about this, fine.
Yep.
But he escaped to South America with $20,000 cash, and he got caught. So it takes more than that.
Yep. Need more than 20.
Yeah. I got nothing else. I think we beat this one to death.
It's been a good one.
Franklin's pissed off over here.
He's mad because he didn't have a bidet.
You know what? This year, or last year, I bought all my family 23 or Ancestry kits for Christmas. None of them took them. Next year, maybe I buy all my high school buddies bidets.
Oh, that's money.
I mean, they're just like $30 or something like that. I don't know. You can get a bidet pretty fucking cheap.
Yep.
Maybe I buy them all
now,
bidets.
Do you have one that heats the water? And
No. Straight cold water. You know?
Yeah. That's what I have at this point, but I'm getting ready to, because I've had my bidet probably about 2 or 3 years, and it's like, okay, about time to But I'm going to get one that has a built-in tank with warm water and a fan.
Oh, I was at my grandmother's house today. She had a toilet seat that is heated.
Yeah.
But it about made me break a sweat there. I was like, wow, it's fucking humid here. Fucking heated seat.
I don't know if that's somewhere that you need additional heat.
But I get it. She was an old lady, sat down in the middle of the night. You don't want a cold toilet seat or whatever. Speaking of, I'm going to tell you a life hack. If you don't tighten the bolts down on the bidet on the toilet seat too much, when you turn it on, you can grab the control and you can kind of move it back and forth a little bit, and you can adjust your aim. Yeah. I feel like this conversation is completely fucking devolved to ass clean. All right, I'm out.
Peace.
See.
And just like that, another episode of Two Guys, Two Questions is in the books.
We laughed, we learned. Well, we mostly just laughed.
Yeah, and if you made it this far, congratulations. You now have random knowledge you never asked for.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and leave a 5-star review. Or don't, but just know if you don't, we're bringing back the squeaky toys.
Oh, it's coming back either way.
Until next time, same two guys, two questions, and absolutely no idea what we're doing.
Perfect.